You are most welcome to another exciting review of the 48 Laws of Money. Yes, yesterday we reviewed the introduction to this book, and if you attended that review, you'd agree with me that it was actually worth it, right? So today we are going to be looking at 3 laws of money. Sorry, where's my microphone? Okay. All right, can you hear me? Let me know if you cannot hear me. So we're going to be looking at 3 laws of money out of these 48. We'll be taking them, bit by bit like that so that we don't get overwhelmed with these powerful lessons. So law 1 says, understand the power of compounding. Compounding is actually regarded, compound interest is actually regarded as the eighth wonder of the world. Albert Einstein says, he who understands it earns it, he who doesn't pays it, right? And there is no way, thank you for your feedback, and I guess this is why so many people are not able to build wealth. You really must understand that in wealth building, you need time, not necessarily money. Yes, compound interest is allowing your money to make more money, and the money it makes more money. So allowing your money to give birth to children, and the children will give birth to grandchildren, the grandchildren will give birth to great grandchildren. That is how your money keeps on multiplying, right? So if you invest once and you want to remove it, you want to eat it, you want to spend it, you will never build wealth that way. So if you want compound interest to work for you, you really have to wait. You have to be patient. You have to allow the returns to grow exponentially. And that is why it is called the eighth wonder of the world. You really cannot explain it. How is it that you invest for a decade and then you cannot even begin to understand how the money multiplies? That is the power of compound interest. It is a simple concept, right? Very simple. But the true challenge is having the patience and the discipline to make it work like magic. A lot of people cannot wait. Many people subscribe to immediate gratification. But if you want to build wealth, you really have to wait. Delayed gratification. Unfortunately, we are so excited when something comes now. And it doesn't have to do with money alone. As human beings, our brain is wired to want immediate rewards, right? You are saving today, and tomorrow you have a small financial challenge. You dip your hands into your savings. You are investing now, and tomorrow you see something that you really need to buy. You like it. You're already calculating that from your investment money, you're supposed to, use a part of it. And then you cannot build wealth that way. So instant rewards are increasingly available. We want to have fun now. But if you must enjoy in the long term, you must put a cap on the amount of fun that you can have today. That is just the truth. If you want to give in to your desires, to your needs, you will never build any substantial wealth. When you save, when you invest, discipline yourself not to spend immediately. So the power of compounding requires you to look beyond the short term and think about your future self, irrespective of the level that you are now. Psychologists call this future orientation the ability to prioritize long-term goals over short-term pleasures. Unfortunately, our brains are naturally wired to want immediate rewards: survival, food, water, money, clothes, pleasure, and all of those things. If you plant a tree today, or not a tree, a seed that will grow into a tree, at first it is boring, it is slow, it looks as if nothing is happening on the outside. But if you are not patient and you dig out that seed, you will see that it is beginning to form. It is beginning to have tiny roots and stem and different things. But because you are not patient, you destroy that process. What would have grown into a big tree for you that will be bringing fruits, you cut its life short. Now, what you have dug out is not useful for you, and it will never serve you in the future. Warren Buffett has been regarded as a man who actually used the power of compound interest to build wealth, but he actually used time to his leverage. He started investing when he was 11 years old. So time is very, very important. But he did not start accumulating so much wealth until he was 60 years old. So between that age 11 and 60, he was only worth maybe around $1 billion. But with 60, and now that he's in his 90s, he is worth over $100 billion. So how come he got more money in 30 years than he got in over 60 minus 11, 49, in over 49 years, or around 49 years? That is the power of compound interest, right? So if you really want to leverage compounding, take note of these 3 points. Start early. Time is the most critical component of compounding. The earlier you start investing, the better. If you start at 45, you are not going to get the same money as somebody who started at 25, assuming that you are investing or saving the same amount and earning the same interest. Number 2, reinvest your gains. If you can hold yourself, don't take the interest out. Allow both the capital or the principal and the interest to compound for you. Yes, be disciplined. If your salary is still flowing in or profits from your business, you necessarily don't have to withdraw interest from your investment. Roll over both the interest and the capital. That is how compound interest works. Number 3 is be patient. You just have to be patient. You'll be having that urge. You'll be itching to withdraw your money. Your brain will be telling you, why must you suffer now? You have money somewhere. No, don't give in to immediate gratification, except it becomes a very, very urgent matter. Then in that case, you are justified. But make sure that what you think is urgent is truly urgent, and there are no other means to it, because there will always be several urgent matters that will come up. So don't use any justification that is not justifiable. Be patient. Compounding doesn't show its true power in the short term. It takes years, it takes decades for its effect to become noticeable. Right, let's go to Law 2. Law 2 says, embrace the uncertainty of markets. The markets will never be predictable. Right. Benjamin Graham says, in the short run, the market is a voting machine, but in the long run, it is a weighing machine. If there is anything you must come to terms with as an investor, it is that the market is unpredictable. So you cannot time the market. Instead of trying to time the market, give it time. A lot of people rush to sell their stocks, to sell their assets when they have small issues, right? But don't rush. You sell your stocks, because the stock market crashed. But those who stay, they eventually become victorious when the downturn is over. So the sooner you accept that uncertainty is a permanent part of investing, as much as it is a permanent part of life. Even though we're all hoping that tomorrow, the 8th day of July, will be a great day, we cannot predict. As I'm hoping that, after this review, I'll go and do 1 or 2 things, that I usually do at night, then sleep, wake up in the morning, go to work as usual, take my children to school, and all of that. That is the plan. But we don't have control over that. We only plan, we only hope, we only do our part. We do our best. Right, but we cannot really predict what is going to happen. Right now, some people are sleeping as paupers. They have no inkling that they are going to become millionaires tomorrow. Some people are going to sleep as millionaires today. They have no idea that they are going to become poor tomorrow. Some people have no idea that by tomorrow they will breathe their last on earth. So many unpredictable things in life. So why do you expect that when it comes to investing, you'll be able to put 1 + 1 together and get 2 outrightly? You must just settle that fact. So don't let that deter you from investing. It is so hard to embrace market uncertainty because our brains as humans is wired to seek control and predictability. We always want to know the outcome, but most times we move in faith. Just do your due diligence and do your best as human beings. The moment you know everything, you can predict everything, then it means that you are equal to God, and that is not going to happen. So because of this, many investors fall victim to emotional investing. Don't allow your emotions to rule you. People become greedy, they become afraid, and they buy and buy and buy stocks when they're not supposed to buy. When stocks crash, they become so panicky and then they sell off. Oh, real estate is doing well now. They rush into real estate. Emotional decisions. Right. Oh, this business is booming. They rush into it. Oh, they are calculating that by this time next year, their money would have grown. So they get into quick, rich schemes, right, and lose all their money. So don't be ruled by emotions. There will always be uncertainty. Market fluctuations are normal. So accept that. It is not something that you have to fear, but something to accept as part of the journey. If you can detach your emotions from your investments and focus on the long term, you'll be able to ride out the inevitable ups and downs without losing sleep or making rash decisions. Accept it as a part of life. So let's look at a few practical steps to embrace market uncertainty. Invest for the long term. When stocks are not doing well, don't rush to sell. Just leave it there. Let time work in your favor. Right. So time the market. Time that is why time in the market beats timing the market. Allow your money to stay for long in the market. Number two, diversify your investments. Don't put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to investment. Put them in different portfolios so that if one is not doing well or there is a downturn somewhere, one may pick up, two others may be doing well, and that way you can leverage. Right, especially when you're not so sure. And of course, you will never be 100% sure. But just talking of predictability. So diversify your investments. Number three, stick to a plan. Stop jumping from one place to another. You have done like 10 businesses in 10 months. Right. Oh, pure water is moving, you move there. Oh, people are selling blocks, you move there. Oh, people are doing real estate, you move there. Oh, people are wearing nice clothes. Now I want to start having a boutique, you do it. Oh, people are selling phones, gadgets, you rush there. Stick to a plan. Oh, it stocks today, is this tomorrow? You become like a floating leaf, moving up and down. You need time. You just need time. If you are not patient, before I even read this, I wrote a short script down this afternoon that if you are not patient, you cannot build wealth. That's the truth. You'll be ruled by so many factors. Number four, expect volatility. So instead of fearing volatility, expect it. Know that markets will go up and down. Sometimes it will be in your favor, sometimes it will not. Remember the global crisis of 2008? I cannot forget because I invested in shares too. At that time, I was young, we came together as a group. We were all young. Some of us were in school, some of us, some people were fresh graduates, different people, but we were all young and we just wanted to start investing because we got all these lessons early in life, right? We put our money together, we bought stocks, and then stocks crashed. But thankfully, our money is still in it today, right? We didn't withdraw it. It's still there. We even need to go and check. So give it time. Don't panic. Help me sell, help me sell. Distress selling, distress buying. You, the distress seller, you will find distress buyers and they will rip you off. They will take advantage of you. Something that is worth 5 million naira because you're in distress. You sell for 500,000. Who remembers the story that we read in the introduction of this book? The guy who co-founded an aircraft leasing company. When aircrafts were not doing well, his co-founders who had large shares in the company, they sold off. He bought from them at a discount, but he waited. For 3 years, nothing fantabulous happened until the 4th year. The price of aircraft skyrocketed. Then he sold. And 1 year after, he sold and made like $500 million. 1 year after, the price crashed again. Because he waited. He was patient. Right? So don't panic. Don't panic. And in 2013, the stocks that I was talking about, things bounced back. Those who stayed, they enjoyed it. So the importance of emotional discipline cannot be overemphasized. To successfully navigate the ups and downs of the market, you need emotional discipline. It means that sticking to your plan, even when every fiber of your being is telling you to bail. It means resisting the temptation to chase hot stocks or get quick rich schemes. It means understanding that downturns are temporary, but wealth building is permanent. Emotional discipline is important. If you're always ruled by your feelings, you're not going to build wealth. All right, these principles, shared in 1 and 2, require patience, discipline, and emotional intelligence. Right, they demand that you prioritize long-term gains over short-term satisfaction. And this will lead us to law 3. Money is a game of patience. We really cannot say this enough. Money is a game of patience. Warren Buffett says that the stock market is designed to transfer money from the active to the patient. There is a saying that the patient dog eats the fattest bone. In investing, it is mostly true. Right, so be patient. Patience is not only a virtue, but an essential element of building wealth. If you cannot wait, you want to spend now, now, now. You know, there are some people who cannot hold money for long. Their hands will be itching them. Every time their ATM will be doing, spend me, just spend me, you know, spend. So they spend. They buy what they need and what they don't need. They mostly buy what they want. You must be able to differentiate between wants and needs. You must put your emotions under control. Don't be in a hurry. When it comes to investing and growing your wealth, time in the market almost beats timing in the market. The most successful wealth builders understand that patience is their greatest ally. The author spoke to a friend, Joe, an investor worth millions, and Joe explained that an investor who will be profitable must learn not to time the market, but to spend time in the market. You have to be able to wait. Patience is the key in wealth creation. If you are in a hurry, you will not build anything lasting. You will be rushing to sell your shares, you rush to sell different things and all of that. The concept of delayed gratification is central in wealth creation. Delay the pleasure that you can have now. Delay your fun. It doesn't mean that you will starve. No. In fact, if you are disciplined, you will almost not miss anything. I'm telling you the truth. So every time your salary increases or you get more profits in your business, don't increase your taste. Don't increase your expenses. Invest it. Diversify. Save more. Right. So you need that discipline. And this principle applies to saving and investing. You don't need to chase immediate returns or take excessive risk. You only need to allow time and the power of compounding to work for you. Wait. WAIT, wait. REST, rest. Chill. Chillax. Give it time. Give it time. In one of my videos on YouTube, I talked of somebody who bought a plot of land for 600,000 some years ago. Now that same plot is worth 25,000 naira. It is in the area where I live, so I know. Sorry, did I say 25,000? 25 million naira. He bought it for 600,000 naira. It is worth 25 million naira, right? If he sells that one plot, he's already a millionaire, as in by selling one plot of land. When he bought, which he bought, the 600,000 must have been a lot of money. But look at him today, and he has more than just one plot, right? I also heard of somebody who bought one of the latest cars now because his grandfathers acquired lands, and for a while there was like a court case on the land. Now justice or judgment has been served. Judgment has been served, right, in his favor. Now he's balling. The forefathers, the grandfathers that fought this battle, that bought the lands, they are gone. Now he's reaping it. Look at how much wealth you can accumulate for your children if you are patient, if you are wise, if you invest wisely, if you subscribe to delayed gratification, right? You will also enjoy the dividends. So don't think that you are don't think that you are doing it for them. No, you will enjoy it. God will give you long life, right? You are going to enjoy it. Nothing is going to happen to your money. So like we read in the psychology of money, if you want to build wealth, you must put a lid on the amount of fund that you can have right now. If you want to go on a spending spree, you will never be able to build wealth. Many investors make the mistake of trying to time the market, and all of that. So let's look at a few practical steps to develop patience. Number one, set realistic expectations. How much can I be saving or investing now that I can sustain in the long run, 10 years, 20 years, 30, 40 years from now? Number two, stay the course. During time of market volatility, don't rush to sell. Don't do panic selling. It is easy to panic, but don't panic. Historically, it is recorded that the market would recover, right? Number three, automate your investment. Don't do it manually. Set automated debits, direct debits. Let it just be going so that nothing will come up. Somebody will not say, I need money, and they'll be crying and begging you. Once the money is gone from your account, it is gone. Whatever is left is what everybody will manage, right? So automate your savings and investment. Let it be pulled out from your account before you even decide, should I save today, should I not save today, should I do it this month, should I not invest this month? No, it is gone from your account. Automate it. That way you will beat that in discipline. You will eliminate emotional decisions that could sabotage your long-term success. And that is the truth. So in closing, I want you to reflect on this. Number one, am I willing to be patient with my investments, even when the market is volatile? Number two, do I have systems in place that help me stay disciplined and focus on the long term? These things are very easy to talk about and discuss like this. But when it comes to action, can you implement it? Can you at least start taking a step? Can you at least, please, I'm begging you, start taking a step, no matter how small. This is July. Even if it's 1,000 naira, you can do. If it is $10, £5 that you can do, start from somewhere. Be putting it aside. Take baby steps. These things are not so hard. But sometimes we feel like until we have that big money somewhere, and then we miss out. I'm seriously begging everybody here. Right. Start something. Before 2025 goes, start something. Start. Forget about the amount. It is the consistency, your discipline that counts. Be consistent. If you are saving 1,000 naira every month, you are better than somebody who is waiting to be saving 1 million naira every year. Save it somewhere. Look for low yield savings that you can put the money into. If it is 2%, 5% that is coming on top of your money, it is something. And don't withdraw it. Leave it there. Just leave it there. All right. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Don't forget to like this video, share your comments with me, and please subscribe to this channel in case you are yet to subscribe. I remain Olaide Agbaje, also known as First Lady, and on this channel, I inspire you to live intentionally. We'll come together again tomorrow, and hopefully we'll review Law 4, Law 5, and Law 6 from the 48 Laws of Money. Take care, and until then, be intentional. Bye. You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome. Take care.